Okay. I am live again. Restream is getting me. YouTube should be getting me. And Twitch also should be getting me. Hey, YouTube is getting something. Ha ha! I made it work. I stunt hard. I make it work. Yeah. I make it work. Yeah. I make it work. I live large. I make it work. Yeah. I make it work. Yeah. Yeah. Childish Gambino, Maine. Never heard of me. Sick boy is the crew. Fuck these with the dirty D. When these motherfuckers gonna understand I'm serious. I'm hard in the paint like a fucker in a period. James Dean swag, leather jacket, white t-shirt. Sold out chain. Like a greaser, word is bone. Baby, my dictionary is a label. Listen to the cul-de-sac and know that was an ultimatum. And why nobody wanna admit they like me just a little bit. Won't be on the freshman list. I'm spitting shit. Never been the rapper with the $600 shades. No iced out chain. Ride labors all day. I was hoping they would see me just for me. Dope rhymer. They do me like my first house. No cosigner. See you using qualifiers. They don't even know. I guess he good for a rapper who want a TV show. Even though I was rapping back when Lance had chemo ho. Even flow. Pearl jamming. Just can't leave me alone. I keep a bone for these girls who like me back when green was low. Feel me though. DV all my thoughts and make your TiVo grow. Running through the moment as the sun goes down. Starlight, starlight. And all I ever wanted was to hear that sound. All night, but it's all on you to prove it. Keep on moving, keep on using my shine, my shine, my shine. Oh. I don't know if any of that matched the beat that was behind me, but whatever. We on the Twitch, we on the YouTubes. Even though Restream chat is not showing me YouTube. But if I press the answer button, will that work? So it'll post, but it won't read. Interesting. That is a problem that I don't know how to solve. We're gonna have to have two chats up. That's fine. Okay, so how's it going, guys? Welcome to the pre-show. Listen, this is why we do pre-show. It's so that tech issues don't happen during the show like they did last week. And I wouldn't be surprised if they happen again this week, but what can you do? Yeah. Joe's having a couple technical difficulties right now, but he should be here any minute. Tech difficulties central, baby. Oh, you know what? I need to be looking at YouTube chat. Oh, nobody said anything in YouTube chat. Cool. No, because the restream bot won't work, yeah. So down here, when chat is up, will only be Twitch chat. So if you want to show up on the screen, make sure you're in Twitch chat. But if you don't care... Oh, and there's Joe right now. JMC. Are you cycling through backgrounds on purpose? Cool.
Yeah, I don't know which one to pick because I can't use the internet.
All right.
So we'll do this one.
Sure.
On the set of not any nominated winning series, Lost in Space.
Sure. Yeah, we got like a weird YouTube thing going on.
Again?
We're on YouTube, and we're on Twitch, but for some reason, Restream is not pulling the YouTube chat. So we have to have YouTube chat up separate from Twitch chat. That's the only problem that I'm seeing right now.
Okay.
There were other problems that I solved. They might be temporary fixes. They might be... Actually, they're definitely temporary fixes. But we're live is what's important right now.
It's been an interesting week for the both of us, to say the least.
It's been very weird. It's very weird. It's a very weird week. I think we had a good quiz. Though. Yeah, it's been.
No, I think we wrote a surprisingly good quiz. I dare say this is actually a fairly good quiz that we've written.
Which is shocking because 95% of it was written in the last 12 hours.
Correct.
Maybe not 12 hours. Maybe like 16 hours. There was a bunch of this quiz that was written after 4 a.m. last night.
Yes.
My time. Yeah.
I went to bed not knowing if we would be doing this today.
Yeah. Well, we both agreed that we were going to write last night, and then both of us sort of neglected that duty.
I was coding for class,
yeah,
good sir.
Yeah, and I just wasn't. What happened? I got home and I fell asleep because I was like that's body. But then there was a point where I was like, okay, let me write some, and then let me write more, and then I was like, oh well, I don't want to only write a little bit, and then Joe wake up and be like, fuck, there's nothing written, so let me just like write at least 50%, and like get enough so it's like, let's get the hard ones out of the way. Like
I think we got there.
We got there. It's a good quiz. I think it's a good quiz, which is surprising. Judging by how quickly it was written. We've never written a quiz this well, this quickly, I don't think.
No.
And we're going to do it again.
I think this forces us to, like, be on top of things.
Yeah. It's cool. I got almost the whole next week off. Jen just said she's going back to YouTube stream this week. Jen, I would recommend going to Twitch stream, because if you missed the thing at the beginning, we're not going to see your chats in YouTube stream because Restream is being very weird with YouTube. So it's cool. Do whatever you want. But I have Twitch chat up here and YouTube chat I will be like periodically checking in on. So that's sometimes the way the cookie crumbles.
Is that a call forward?
I honestly didn't realize it until I said it, and then I was like, oh, it is. That's just a thing that I like. That's just in my vernacular now because of that.
Because you watched that movie several times as a child.
It's a good movie.
I don't blame you.
That's true. Big Copper makes a good point. You can open the Twitch chat and watch on YouTube if you'd like. But if you want to chat, yeah, I agree. But YouTube, they're both having issues last week. I don't know. I think YouTube's going to be the bigger issue this week over Twitch. Twitch seems to be stable right now. But YouTube changed the way they do live stream stuff. So, IDK, my BFF Jill, question mark.
Yeah, it happens.
I realized that I didn't open the PowerPoint. That's kind of important. I made the PowerPoint.
I have the PowerPoint in front of me. So you did in fact make it, and the questions look like they're correct? Like, I don't know, man.
It wouldn't be the first time that they weren't correct.
That's why I said look like they're correct.
I've certainly sent PowerPoints with last week's questions, like, oh, whoops. Okay, that's right. So we're gonna, I guess, go straight to the final song, because we're almost ready to start. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
And I'm gonna drop these while we do it.
That tracks. Okay. There we go. That's what you should be seeing. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Look, if you had one shot to sit on your lazy butt and watch all the TV you ever wanted until your brain turned to mush, would you go for it or just let it slip?
Yo, remote is ready, eyes wide, palms are sweaty. The Flintstones on the TV already, Wilma and Betty, no Virgin, the channel surfing and I'm HD ready. So I flip, garbage is all I'm getting. The Simon Cowell, who folks wanna disembowel. He opens his mouth, always says something foul. They're dying, wow, wannabes are crying now. He votes them out, time to throw in the towel. Shows based on reality, oh, the humanity, oh, Ozzy's family show loves profanity, whoa, the insanity, oh, dogs that crap and pee, home of depravity, no, they live happily, yo, plus the Ali G show and celebrity mole. Oh, and there's Anna Nicole, she's scaring me. Look, mono cavities, oh, it's a station break. Better go out to the kitchen and microwave something. You're gonna lose your mind watching TV. They told me, but I'd still tune in every show. My cable gets C-SPAN, TV Land, and HBO, the Travel Channel, Discovery, and Lifetime. You're gonna lose your mind watching TV. They told me, cajoled me, turn off those music videos. I'm gonna watch C-SPAN, TV Land, and HBO, the History Channel, and QVC, and Lifetime. My butt is aching as I watch NASCAR racing. That show about undertaking Larry King to 24 to Law and Order. The Weather Channel's boring, like 60 Minutes, ancient reporters. Next up on E-True, Hollywood Story, the rise and decline of 12 actors named Corey. Shows for next fall, they've already been naming. CSI Boise and Touched by an Uncle, both sound pretty layman. So does everybody tolerates Raymond. And King of Queens jumped the shark the first minute. I can't believe Richard Simmons ain't in it. I move right onto 8 simple rules for dating my teenage daughter. Then I bet I watch The Bachelorette, followed by Welcome Back, Kotter, and The Muppet Show, where they go manama. You're gonna lose your mind watching TV. They told me, but I'd still tune in every show. My cable gets C-SPAN, TV Land, and HBO, the Disney Channel, and A&E, and Lifetime. You're gonna lose your mind watching TV. They told me, cajoled me, but I still love Lisa Kudrow. I'm looking at C-SPAN, TV Land, and HBO, the Playboy Channel, and Court TV, and Lifetime. Never missed Melrose Place or Lost in Space. I've seen each amazing race and without a trace. But I only watched Will and Grace one time, one day. Wish I hadn't, cause TiVo now thinks I'm gay. Oh, and Fear Factor, I watched maybe a half hour. After that, felt like I needed a long shower. Network execs with naked ambitions. Next week on Fox, watch Lions eat Christians. Like to tie up those programs the freak, and I gotta know who J-Lo is marrying this week. A 30-second spot, then we come back to Are You Hot? I was planning on recording The Sopranos. I forgot. I love shows with or with.
This is the Speakeasy Pub Quiz for Thursday, September 24th, 2020. This week's quiz, Outstanding Quiz Show Program. Oh, the sweet, cruel irony of calling our stream Outstanding Quiz Show Program and then having just hella tech issues. It's amazing. It's amazing. Welcome to Speaking Pub Quiz. I'm speaking as Joe Quaves. How's it going, Joe?
I mean, as long as the front end looks fine, ultimately it's okay. See, we're not muted, so we're already miles ahead over the infancy of our program.
Yeah. Tech issues are a running gag at this point. It truly is. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's not even my fault. Like, usually it's my fault. This time, it's not my fault. Last week, it wasn't my fault either.
Yeah, I was DMing Naim like 5 minutes before we went online. Is Google, like, working for you?
Google just wasn't working for Joe. Google, working totally fine for me, except YouTube. Like, I don't know if YouTube, and YouTube and Joe's Google problem are the same thing, but Joe's having trouble with Google Sheets, which is how we score the quiz. And I'm like, well, Google Sheets is working just fine for me. I, in fact, have two sheets in right now, so I don't know what's going on, but we are live on YouTube. As always, we have our live stream on Twitch as well. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll be monitoring the YouTube chat periodically, but the chat for some reason is not working on the restream side, so if you want us to be able to see your chat right away, hop into Twitch chat. But otherwise, it's totally cool if you want to just watch on YouTube, or if you want to watch on YouTube and pop out Twitch chat, that's cool too. Either way works for me. Just letting you know, if you want to engage, then Twitch chat's the place to be, at least for this week. Hopefully next week that'll be fixed. Or it won't, and we're just going to say fuck YouTube in the future. We'll see.
Which would be unfortunate, because that's where, like, the Star Wars stream was. Yeah. That's where everything else was.
Well, we'll definitely still do VODs on YouTube, but as far as streams, I don't know. They changed the way YouTube does live streams, so it doesn't work exactly right for me. But anyway, if you're not going to pop into Twitch, I just got a message in Discord, no to Twitch, we're just going to @ you. So like, I'm just going to get Discord messages on my computer from one team. All right, we are going then to talk about the last week's winner, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last week's winner was DSF, so I think it was their first time back after a while.
Yes.
But they get this version of the belt that has the running time on it, which is great.
Yep, that's definitely on purpose. That's the new version of the belt that has the running time on it. Yeah. It's definitely has nothing to do with the fact that I forgot to turn the clock off. Whoops, there we go. Quiz rules. Rule number 1, don't put answers in the chat.
Rule number 2, we know that everyone's on a computer. If Google is working for you, please do not use Google or Bing.
It wasn't working on your phone either. That's the weirdest thing. It's so odd. Something's going wrong in Boston. Something is afoot in the state of Massachusetts. A foul? Something rotten. That's the line. Rule number 3, be nice to us, because the internet sure isn't being nice to us this week. So it'd be cool if at least somebody's nice to us this week.
So let's go over how this game works. This is a quiz that runs on 49-ish questions. We've got 7 rounds of 7 questions each, including music, visual, video, and random knowledge. You can call it Viz anytime you want by doing exclamation point or bang if you're a mathematician. Viz, V-I-Z, or programmer, coder, I guess.
Yeah, no, if you're a mathematician, it's factorial. Factorial Viz. I forgot the word
factorial. Factorial Viz, like our good friend, whoa, it's a factorial, who may or may not be a bot.
in the Twitch chat, and like we said, the YouTube chat's not working anyway, but it is in the YouTube video description if you're on YouTube. That's due at the end of round 5. Most rounds have 7 points available. Some will have 14 points available. Rounds 2 and 7 will have 14 points as always. Time now for round number 1.
Hey, Naim, I have a question from you from Literacy Aliquot. What time is it?
Oh, see, it's white on white. There we go. Now it's white on top of the text.
This is great.
Round 1's
So
called
dumb.
Watchmen. Around on the very time we keep.
Bless up, Alex, if you're watching. I'm going first this week. Question 1. Star Trek Loves the Age of Sail and in Star Trek Into Darkness tried to disguise the presence of Khan Noonien Singh by claiming that which actor's character was named John Harrison after the inventor of the marine chronometer. This was also how I knew this actor was in fact playing Khan Noonien Singh. Question 1 again, because we read everything twice here on Speakeasy. Star Trek Loves the Age of Sail, and in Star Trek Into Darkness tried to disguise the presence of Khan Noonien Singh by claiming that which actor's character was named John Harrison, a totally real name, named after the actual person, the inventor of the marine chronometer.
I mean, technically, the character's name was John Harrison at points.
I won't tell you how to
Yes, there were definitely parts where the character was referred to as John Harrison.
far away from mine.
Legally, that character's name may have been John Harrison.
Which and weather's out of
That
time.
character's name may or may not be.
You mean like for the toilet?
I would assume that Paramount or Viacom CBS copyright it.
Inside out and
Name
round
John
about
Harrison.
my heart is always running out of time.
That would be fantastic.
Always running out of time. I have to know if you float away with me.
Question number 2. From the Greek for time, what is the word for the study of time? Also used for the art of making clocks and watches. And this is, of course, your classics question of the week. Brought to you by... Who was it brought to us by that one time?
I don't remember,
I
man.
don't remember what that bit was. Once again, from the Greek for time, what is the word for the study of time? Also used for the art of making clocks and watches.
Mercury Pharmaceuticals, is that a thing?
Always running out of
Try to permanent.
time. Always running out of time. I have to know if you float away with me.
Well, no, Mercury. Anyway.
Hey, Roman.
The further away it seems you drive.
Mercury is a cation.
With all of me and all of her, I should have stayed, but I lost my head. With all of her.
Question 3. Time zones were put into use in the United States in 1883 due largely in part to the difficulty being faced by making what transports run on time? Question 3 again. Time zones were put into use in the United States in 1883 due largely in part to the difficulty being faced making what transports run on time?
Always running out of time. 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 Always running out of time.
Question number 4. One of the oldest time measuring instruments, which measures time by the regulated flow of liquid, is known as a clepsydra, or by what more descriptive name? Once again, question number 4. One of the oldest time measuring instruments, which measures time by the regulated flow of liquid, is known as a clepsydra, or by what more descriptive name?
tried to swim against pulled me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead, singing, come out of things unsaid. Shoot an apple off my head, and a trouble that can't be named. A tiger's waiting to be tamed, singing.
Question 5, once it decides to show up.
Oh, you know what?
Early to the smartwatch market. There we go. Early to the smartwatch market, Wear OS can be found on devices made by LG, Asus, Huawei, and Fossil, and is developed by what Mountain View tech giant? Question 5 again. Early to the smartwatch market, Wear OS can be found on devices made by LG, Asus, Huawei, and Fossil, and is developed by what Mountain View tech giant?
I believe it's ASUS. But I also, even I am not 100% sure. It's one of those.
I feel like Asus actually makes more sense, but also, when has a tech company made their name make sense?
I think it's
That's all I'm
ASUS.
saying.
I think it's ASUS. But it's certainly one of those weird ones. I remember working at Best Buy and having long discussions about how to pronounce it. And then, like, we would pull up ads, and the ads were not all that clear. Like, the British ads would be a little different from the American ads, would be a little bit different from the French ads, and then it, like, would also, like, sometimes it'd be like, you couldn't, like how people,
Asus.
like people who say Mario point to it's a me, Mario, and say, he's clearly saying it's a me, Mario. It's like, no, he's not. But... Questions number 6. Though Casio arguably produced some of the largest variety, what kind of watch was initially produced in the 1970s by Pulsar and Hewlett-Packard and banned in math classes across America? Question number 6 again. Though Casio arguably produced some of the largest variety, what kind of watch was initially produced in the 1970s by Pulsar and Hewlett-Packard and banned in math classes across America?
And I know my dad was an engineering major in college because he showed me like 3 of these and said, this is how I passed my engineering classes in my first year of college.
I definitely had one of these at one point, but I have no idea.
So it turns out mercury drug exists in the Philippines, and that's what I was thinking of.
Of course. Jesus. Anyway, I'm gonna get some Panadol for my headache.
And question 7. Stonehenge may have been used as a lunar clock and lent its name to what archaeological class of monuments, despite Stonehenge not technically being one? Question 7 again. Stonehenge may have been used as a lunar clock and lent its name to what archaeological class of monuments, despite Stonehenge not technically being one? And then we're going to tab over to the next slide with a 2-minute clock in a second here.
That's a good point. Let me make sure.
And then give you all the questions again.
Clock certainly.
And then
says
once
3
the clock
minutes.
says,
There we go. And then we'll.
and now
give
the
you
clock says 2 minutes.
all the questions
We'll have-
again, and that 2-minute clock, just like it's supposed to be, same as it ever was.
And now you guys tell us the answers.
But not in the chat.
Correct. You tell us the answers using the Google form, which can be found using Bang Answers.
Unless you apparently live in Boston, Massachusetts, at which point Google doesn't work for you.
Like, what is happening? I don't get it.
It's great. No, it's great. It's a great night. It's still a great night.
It's not a question, but a lesson learned in
time.
You know what? It's making us punchier, and I like it.
Unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
So is Sheets actually working for you, or is nobody submitted?
Still frames in your mind. Hanging
Cool.
on a shelf in good
Sheets
health
may be
and
working
good
again for
time.
me, slightly.
Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable.
Unclear if it actually does, but we'll roll with it.
And is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Time is up. So if you have not yet submitted your round one answers, go
It's
ahead
something
and submit those
unpredictable,
now.
but in the end is right. I hope you had
The very timekeeper.
The very timekeeper.
And I feel like we're actually pretty good at getting these scored on time, ahead of scoring breaks, but
On time, even?
we've got
Oh, time.
now it is time for an ad.
Time. Alice isn't even here. This is a bit just for us.
That's unfortunate.
It really is. Time.
Listen to Comedy Bang Bang, but pay extra money.
So, if you have something to promote, maybe a business, a live stream, or a podcast, you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SpeakeasyPubQuiz, or email us, speakeasypubquiz@gmail.com for individual rates if you just want to do a regular thing. Be conversations, you guys are acting like you haven't slept. I slept. I slept for like 5 hours last night. Maybe 6. So, like, I slept, but it kind of feels like we haven't slept, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I had most of my classes today, so I'm running after,
Still a great night.
like, yeah,
Still a great night. It's time for round one answers.
round one answers. Question 1, Star Trek. Star Trek Age of Sail, Khan Noonien Singh was played by which actor under the alias of John Harrison? And that was Benedict Cumberbatch.
We would expect any spelling of Benedict Cumberbatch, from Blueberry Pumpkin Patch to Bedazzler Thundercats.
And it looks like we only got one, which is unfortunate. I expected better of all of you. You know spelling doesn't count.
Question number 2. From the Greek for time, what is the word for the study of time, also used for the art of making clocks and watches? So that is horology, but we will accept chronology because it's a fair reading of the question. Technically, the answer is horology, but we'll take chronology.
Yeah, chronos is a Greek word for time, so it's fair. Fair name. Classics. Question 3. Time zones were put into use in the United States in 1883 due largely in part to the difficulty being faced making what transports run on time. It was train scheduling. Like, straight up, train schedules are why time zones exist in the United States.
Making the trains run on time.
I wasn't going to say that word for word.
That's the reason it was written that way. Question number 4. One of the oldest time measuring instruments, which measures time by the regulated flow of liquid, is known as a clepsydra, or by what more descriptive name? It is a water clock.
Sand isn't a liquid. It could be argued that it's a fluid, but that's not how the question was written. Question 5. Early in the smartwatch market, Wear OS can be found on devices made by LG. Sure. We're going to say this Asus, because that feels like the worst way to say it.
Asus.
Asus. Huawei and Fossil, and is developed by what Mountain View tech giant and headquartered in Mountain View, California? We have Google. Our good friend Google.
Sorry, I was reaching for my watch, but I don't know. I literally saw it 2 seconds ago. There it is. This is my Wear OS watch.
And while you're up there,
question number 6. Though Casio arguably produced some of the largest variety, what kind of watch was initially produced in the 1970s by Pulsar and Hewlett-Packard and banned in math classes across America? That is a calculator watch. Although I like the answer of Game & Watch. It's good. It's a good answer.
no points, but it was a really good guess.
Good answer. It's a good guess. It's going to make it on the tweet, I'm sure.
Keep being funny, it probably will. Question 7. Stonehenge may have been used as a lunar clock and lent its name to what archaeological class of monuments, despite Stonehenge not technically being one? Stonehenge is not a henge because its ditch is on the wrong side. So Stonehenge named the henges, but the ditch is on the wrong side of the... Anyway.
That is it for round number 1. Time now for round number 2. Round 2 is called Succession. It's top 40 round. We're going to play radio hits from this day in history, but each song will be successively lower down the charts than the last one. So question 1 will have been number 1 on the charts, and question 7 will have been number 7 on the charts. To make things easier, we're going to go newest to oldest as well. So question 1 is going to be the newest song, question 7 is going to be the oldest song. Hopefully that all makes sense. If it doesn't, then just guess the song, because that should be fine too. Here we go, starting with question number 1.
Why men great till they gotta be great? Woo! I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I saw.
Question number 2.
And that's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. I'm dancing on my own. I'll make the moves up as I go. And that's what they don't know.
Question number 3.
Like, who's that chick that's rockin' kicks? She gotta be from out of town. So hard with my girls on around me. It's definitely not a Nashville party. Cause all I see is the letters. I guess I never got the memo.
Question number 4. Question number 5.
Well, I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. But I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon.
Question number 6.
Lonely mother gazing out of the window, staring at a sun that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in the jam, she'll be by his side.
And question number 7.
Needless to say, I'm upset, but I'll be stumbling away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me, it's no better.
All right, here they all are again one more time, starting with question number 1.
Why men great till they gotta be great? Woo! I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I saw.
Question number 2.
And that's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. I'm dancing on my own. I'll make the moves up as I go. And that's what they don't know.
Question number 3.
Like, who's that chick that's rockin' kicks? She gotta be from out of town. So hard with my girls on around me. It's definitely not a Nashville party. Cause all I see is the letters. I guess I never got the memo.
Question 4. Question 5.
Well, I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. Well, I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon.
Question number 6.
Lonely mother gazing out of the window, staring at a sun that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in a jam, she'll be by his side.
And question number 7.
Needless to say, I'm upset. But I'll be stumbling away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me, it's no better.
All right. As always, you have 2 minutes to submit your answers. 2 minutes.
So I was telling Naim that I would have gotten probably 6 points on that round, and only one of those points would be the final question.
59 seconds into our 15 minutes of fame.
No squid.
When the luck runs out, I won't wonder.
I need to stop putting that on the tweet. It's also funny every time it shows up.
Every week.
At a guaranteed way to win the hearts of the public who are easily swayed. And just this time last year, I thought we had it made.
I feel like you guys did acceptably, despite that.
One hit, wonderful, living the life.
As I was saying to you, 6 is a high score for you.
This is correct.
It can't last long. They don't love you, they just love that one song. Well, things don't last long in life, that's how it goes. They'll smile and applaud and then turn up their nose. Things will shrink as quickly as they grow. But it's perfectly normal for us to ask why. Company wasn't untrue, it just didn't try. And a new career is
It's not all
born, and
HBO
when
shows,
eventually
although
try,
we did start off with 2 HBOs.
It's funny because I definitely made the joke that we should just do all HBO shows.
All HBO shows. I'm like, you're not wrong. It's not a bad idea.
And then we
It's
started
just that
off
we'd
with
already done it
HBO.
recently, and this is pretty much the same concept, but a little bit more open.
Oh man, you are going to be. You guys are going to love next round. We swear that the theme is not HBO shows.
All right, we have all the answer sheets in, and time's up, so it's perfect timing to do round number 2. Answers starting with question number 1. B. Carver, you're not too far off from a theme we might have coming in the future. Question number 1.
Why are men great till they gotta be great? Woo! I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I
That is Truth Hurts by Lizzo. And if you don't know Truth Hurts by Lizzo, you need to listen to Truth Hurts by Lizzo. Actually, you really need to listen to, what's the Lizzo song that didn't chart but was the best Lizzo song? Good as Hell. Good as Hell's real good. Juice is also good. Lizzo's pretty good. Question number 2.
And that's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. I'm dancing on my own. I'll make the moves up as I go. And that's what they don't know.
Question number 2, that is Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Question 3.
Like, who's that chick that's rockin' kicks? She gotta be from out of town. So hard with my girls not around me. It's definitely not a Nashville party. Cause all I see is the letters. I guess I never got the memo.
That is Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Question number 4. That is Get Low by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, but it's okay if you ignored the East Side Boys. Everyone else did too. Question number 5.
Well, I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. But I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon.
That is Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. Question 6.
Lonely mother gazing out of the window, staring at a sun that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in a jam, she'll be by his side.
That is Waterfalls by TLC. And question number 7. Wow, the disrespect to Three Doors Down. Question number 7.
Needless to say, I'm upset. Follow me, stumbling away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me. It's the better.
That is Take On Me by Aha. By the way, One Hit Wonderful Ska Acoustic was the round music. That's what we played between rounds. So, yeah, Joe absolutely would have gotten that point too. That is it for round number 2. Time now for round 3.
Numero tres. They dwell in the night. They turn into bats. They can't see their reflections, and they may or may not sparkle. Who wrote this? Here's a round on vampires. Question 1. Popularized by Bram Stoker's Dracula as a synonym for vampire, what kind of vampire has also appeared on the popular children's program SpongeBob SquarePants as the cause of flickering lights in a dining establishment? Question 1 again. Popularized by Bram Stoker's Dracula as a synonym for vampire, what kind of vampire has also appeared on the popular children's program SpongeBob SquarePants as the cause of flickering lights in a dining establishment? Spooky. And the walls will ooze green goo. Oh, no, wait, they always do that.
Took a vow in summertime, now we find ourselves in late December. I believe that New Year's Eve will be the perfect time for their great surrender, but they don't remember.
Sorry, I never watched SpongeBob.
Anger wants a voice.
Oh,
Horses want
okay, I
speech.
figured you were just no-selling the bit.
Till they can't hear anything.
Question 2. Best known for starring in the Underworld series of films, Kate Beckinsale's vampire filmography also includes 2004's Van Helsing, in which the titular monster hunter was portrayed by what Australian triple threat? Question 2 again, hopefully tripping over fewer names this time. Best known for starring in the Underworld series of films, Kate Beckinsale's vampire filmography also includes 2004's Van Helsing, in which the titular vampire hunter was portrayed by what Australian triple threat?
Kate Beckinsale? From the Underworld series of films?
Yeah, I can't do the voice.
Produced by her ex-husband, Len Wiseman?
If you guys haven't seen
It's a real shame, Alex.
Comedy Bang Bang,
It's a real shame, Alex. Man, this is... Either one.
it's a great Comedy Bang Bang episode, and
Within
man,
hours of paradise, nervous heart that beats like a young pretender.
Do we have a question about Ben Schwartz later? I don't think we do.
We can finagle one in. Something Sonic something.
All of round 5 is now just us doing a solo bolo Olympic song challenge.
I mean,
Question 3. As Count Von Count illustrates, vampires are obsessive counters. What uncountable thing was often spilled at grave sites of suspected vampires to keep them occupied should they rise from the dead? And this is a true fact. Question 3. As Count Von Count illustrates, vampires are obsessive counters. What uncountable thing was often spilled at grave sites of suspected vampires to keep them occupied should they rise from the dead?
I would say Barnes & Noble is definitely a Vampire Weekend.
Yeah.
And I also am not surprised that I'm guessing it's Jesse of the Book Jockeys is in the top 1% of Vampire Weekend listeners on Spotify. That seems about right to me too. I'm sure if I used Spotify, I'd be in the top 1% of Motion City Soundtrack listeners.
I mean, you also have the show on Motion City Soundtrack. Endorsed by band members, right?
Yeah, well, at least we're followed by the guitarist and the drummer.
Something.
That's more than nothing, for sure. And when I subscribed to the drummer's Patreon for his podcast, he messaged me saying, "Hey, you're the guy that does the Motion City podcast, right?" And I said, "Yes, I am." So, recognize me. And Jake is a regular in the guitarist Twitch streams.
Friend of the show, Jake. Question 4. New Englanders through the 18th and 19th centuries had a healthy fear of vampires and believed what respiratory disease was caused by vampires? Question 4 again. New Englanders through the 18th and 19th centuries had a healthy fear of vampires and believed what respiratory disease was caused by vampires? Google. That is the respiratory disease.
I don't understand the "Don't Dead Open Inside" joke. What happened? What did we do?
I don't know what I expected. I assume it has to do with clue 3. Because, like, if you open the thing, then there's just going to be a dead guy there.
Sure.
Dead dove, do not open? Like,
Dove, bar, do not open. He was nominated at the end. He did not win.
correct. The book jockeys say, look at us, it is our quiz now. Question 5. Predating Stoker's Dracula, which, starting that over. Predating Stoker's Dracula, which, I wrote this question.
You wrote this question?
Take 3. Predating Stoker's Dracula, which 1872 novella featured an eponymous female vampire with an amorous connection to the story's female protagonist? All right, let's see if I can get that in one more. Question 5. Predating Stoker's Dracula, which 1872 novella featured an eponymous female vampire with an amorous connection to the story's female protagonist? Bam, got it in 4.
The eponymous female vampire is, of course, Twilight.
And when the seasons change, I creep back to
From 1872.
Correct. I feel like that would be a more interesting book. Could be. Is the new Twilight book any good?
I don't know, but this is the official song of the new Twilight book that we're listening to right now. All right,
Question 6. According to a 2006 study from the University of Central Florida, if the first vampire appeared on January 1st, 1600, and fed once a month, converting every victim into a vampire, how long would it take for the entire human population to become vampires? Question 6 again. According to a 2006 study from the University of Central Florida, if the first vampire appeared on January 1st, 1600, and fed once a month, converting every victim into a vampire, how long would it take for the entire human population to become vampires? This paper was supposedly a proof that vampires don't exist. The University of Central Florida.
It's right. It's in the question. TSC and Sam. Right there on the screen. University of Central Florida, which is very close to the University of South Florida.
It's like half an hour. I don't get it.
This is our weirdest running gag, that the University of South Florida is very close to the University of Central Florida, which isn't even a gag, it's just a fact that we like to talk about a lot.
It's so confusing. Is this the one in Tampa, or is that a different one? And question 7. Come on, guys. What did you expect? Look who's reading the round. Bearing the scientific name Vampiroteuthis infernalis, what is the common name of this deep-dwelling mollusk? Question 7 again. Bearing the scientific name Vampiroteuthis infernalis, what is the common name of this deep-dwelling mollusk? And now Naim is going to do a bunch of things at once, while I vamp about the fact that it was really easy for me to say Vampiroteuthis infernalis, but not the word 18.
It's actually which. You're struggling on which.
I tripped over which, and then I also tripped over 18.
Yeah, it happens. Happens to the best of us, happens to the worst of us. And you're somewhere in between those.
Correct. I am a quiz master.
I'm surprised how many questions we were able to write about vampires. And by we, I mean you. You wrote almost all of them.
Correct.
I had nothing here.
I mean, it's either a lit round, or you just talk about, like, biology. Look, it's amazing that I'm not in grad school for literature, okay?
Thing is, how could you not like vampires?
I spent many formative afternoons of high school going to Barnes & Noble and listening to Vampire Weekend. It's just a true fact. I think by the time I started working there, they had switched over to 2012 era Maroon 5.
Time is up. If you have not yet submitted your round 3 answer sheets, go ahead and submit those.
All of them. The answer is all of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume Jess is going to know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not like a big Vampire Weekend fan. I'm just like, I like Vampire Weekend. They're perfectly inoffensive. We're going to take a quick scoring break. We will be back shortly with round 3 answers and standings. It goes like ooh, hoo, 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 ooh. That's very helpful, Jen. It's helpful. We'll be back soon.
Right after this.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, don't say it 'cause I know I'm cute. Louis down to my drawers, LV all on my shoes. I be dripping so much sauce, got a bit looking like Grey Goose. Lit up like a crystal ball, that's cool, baby, so is you, that's how I roll. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. They just say I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. No, I'm not a snack at all. Look, baby, I'm the whole damn meal. David, you ain't being slick. Don't dare try to cop a feel. The juice ain't worth the squeeze if the juice don't look like this. Hold up, nigga, please don't make me have to take your bitch. Shit. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Okay. Somebody come get this man. I think he got lost in my DMs. What? My DMs. What? You better come get your man. I think he wanna be way more than friends. What? More than friends. What you want me to say? It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it, yeah.
Hey, we're back with round 3 answers and standings.
Yep.
So, first up, round 3 answers.
Yep. That way you know how well you did going into the standings. Question 1. Popularized by Bram Stoker's Dracula as a synonym for vampire, what kind of vampire also appeared on the popular children's program SpongeBob SquarePants as the cause of flickering lights in the dining establishment? Nosferatu. And then he flickers the lights some more. We would have also accepted Count Orlok, but nobody said that. Question 2. Best known for starring in the Underworld series of pictures.
The Underworld series of films.
Kate Beckinsale's vampire filmography also includes 2004's Van Helsing, in which the titular monster hunter was portrayed by Australian triple threat Hugh Jackman, was the eponymous Van Helsing.
The huge jacked man.
Yes, he is a very large man, and he is very muscular. Question 3. As Count Von Count illustrates, vampires are obsessive counters. What uncountable thing was often spilled at grave sites of suspected vampires to keep them occupied should they rise from the dead? The answer is honestly pretty broad. It is grain. So as long as you got something that comes in grain, you got the point.
Grains of rice, grains of salt, grains of sand.
Yeah. So like the vampire would be obsessed going like 1, 2, 3, for all of the little grains, and then you could get away. Question 4. New Englanders through the 18th and 19th centuries had a healthy fear of vampires and believed that what respiratory disease was caused by vampires, and that was consumption or tuberculosis, which I had to prove to University Health Services that I did not have. That is a true fact. I had to prove I did not have consumption in the year of our Lord 2020. Question 5. Predating Stoker's Dracula, which 1872 novella featured an eponymous female vampire with an amorous connection to the story's female protagonist? And that was Carmilla. And this is how it's spelled, but spelling doesn't count. Question 6. According to a 2006 study from the University of Central Florida, if the first vampire appeared on January 1st, 1600, and fed once a month, converting every victim into a vampire, how long would it take for the entire human population to become vampires? And the answer is 2.5 years. So we also accepted 2 or 3 years. Not that long. I think part of it is population size in the 17th century, but 2.5 years. And question 7. Bearing the scientific name Vampiroteuthis infernalis, was the common name of this deep-dwelling mollusk, and that is the vampire squid. Vampiroteuthis means vampire squid infernalis's from hell.
It's my favorite Weird Al song. All right. It's time then for a standings check. We've got 8 teams tonight.
8 teams tonight. You want to start or do you want me to start?
I can start. In a 3-way tie for 6th place, it is Diamond Club, Flying Fox, and Vodka Flodka Flame. It's Flocka, but Vodka Flodka. Come on. We could have done it.
In 5th place, we have Group-to-Miss Prime.
In a 3-way tie for 2nd place, it is Minutemen, a Disney Channel original movie, Punk-Ass Book Jockeys, and Pocket Sand.
And in 1st place, we have Notorious RBG. As you can tell, it's a very close game tonight. There's a 3-point spread for the entire field.
It was very, very tight. I forgot Minutemen was a DCOM. I thought that was higher budget. I think it was $5 million. $5 million not low budget. Hey, Nicholas Braun was in that.
If you haven't submitted your visual round yet, now's a great time to, although I think all of them should be in now-ish.
I think we had all but one.
I think we're waiting on one, yeah.
Either we're waiting on one or somebody changed their name to fuck Daniel Cameron and his mama too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's what happened. So we are going to move on then to round number 5. Round 5 is called Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek. It is a round on sports people with names that sound a lot funnier than they really are. Sports people with names that sound funnier than they are, starting with question number 1. Former Dallas star Jirki Jokipaka, right?
Yeah, finish.
Was nicknamed Kevin for the name he gave when ordering at which national coffee establishment? Once again, question number 1. Former Dallas star Jirki Jokipaka was nicknamed Kevin for the name he gave when ordering at which national coffee establishment? I say 9 like the number.
It's Gareth.
Sisters, put this record down. Take my advice, 'cause we are bad news. We will leave you.
There's a non-zero chance that our Bob's gonna get taken out of this. to, but most of the song.
So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Question number 2. Former outfielder Rusty Kuntz is currently the first base coach for the Kansas City Royals, but between his playing and coaching days, Kuntz donned the trademark brown shorts of what package delivery company? Once again, question number 2. Former outfielder Rusty Kuntz is currently the first base coach for the Kansas City Royals, but between his playing and coaching days, Kuntz donned the trademark brown shorts of what package delivery company? In 1908, while playing against the Cubs in a race for the National League pennant, Fred Merkle of the Giants made a base-running blunder that has been immortalized in history as Merkel's what word that used to be slang for mistake, but is now slang for something else. Question number 3 again. In 1908, while playing against the Cubs in a race for the National League pennant, Fred Merkle of the Giants made a base-running blunder that has been immortalized in history as Merkel's what word that used to be slang for mistake, but now is slang for something else. NFL safety Haseen Clintondix is better known by what jovial nickname which he received from his grandma, who was tired of people pronouncing his name Hashan? Question 4 again. NFL safety Haseen Clintondix is better known by what jovial nickname which he received from his grandma, who was tired of people pronouncing his name Hashan? In fact, I pronounced it Hashan until I was looking this up to write it, and I was like, oh, it's Haseen. NASCAR driver Dick Trickle was billed as the winningest short track driver in history, and many short tracks in his home state of Wisconsin have memorial races for him that generally run how many laps in honor of his car number, the highest possible number in NASCAR? Question 5 again. NASCAR driver Dick Trickle was billed as the winningest short track driver in history, and many short tracks in Wisconsin, his home state, have memorial races for him that generally run how many laps in honor of his car number, the highest possible in NASCAR?
My conscience so vaguely clear. The seed is chilies the back Mother Earth. The flower blooms a splendid youth, miracle rebirth. The cynic in the sun something more. The fragrant air cannot compare to what it was the great before. Remember the good old days, remember the sound, remember the sweet mustiness of
Question number 6. 6. When the player formerly known as Ron Artest had legally changed his name to Meta World Peace, World Peace was charged with assault is a real fact that was true due to the infamous malice at the Palace when Artest started a brawl with what team, which now plays at the Little Caesars Arena? Once again, a lot in here. When the player formerly known as Ron Artest had legally changed his name to Meta World Peace was charged with assault is a real fact that was true due to the infamous malice at the Palace when Artest started a brawl with what team which now plays at the Little Caesars Arena?
Every part of this question is true.
Every part of this question is a true. There's no part of this question that is not.
Never thought the furnace was gonna burn us.
Technically, Artest was charged with
For
assault,
so long. The comfort of the fire baptized
but
us.
for a while,
Looks like we put ourselves
To
alive.
paraphrase 30 Rock, this is a public park named after Ron Artest. Yeah, and like Ron, I forget what the kid's name was, dared to dream bigger.
I don't miss my span of attention. I do miss my old friend Tim.
Question number 7. 8-time Pro Bowl linebacker Dick Butkus has appeared on the NFL's 75th and 100th anniversary all-time teams, but never won a Super Bowl championship with what storied franchise of which Bill Swirsky considers himself a superfan? Once again, question number 7. 8-time Pro Bowl linebacker Dick Butkus has appeared on the NFL's 75th and 100th anniversary all-time teams, but never won a Super Bowl championship with what storied franchise of which Bill Swirsky considers himself a superfan? That is it for the questions. So we're going to take 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to submit your round number 5 answers.
We had 2 American gridiron football questions in there.
Brandon says he was still Artest. Yes, he was still Artest when he was charged with the assault. But since he had changed his name to World Peace had previously been charged with it. Just like Caitlyn Jenner won medals in whatever, decathlon. About 30 seconds to submit if you have not yet submitted your round 5 answers, or your round 4 answers, rather. Up. Submit your round 4 and 5 answer sheets. And
That means you Diamond Club.
there it is.
Thank you.
So it is for the first future quiz streams. Are you enjoying tonight's quiz? Would you like to see more from us? Follow at Speakeasy Quiz on Twitter and subscribe to us for weekly live quizzes. Right here where you're watching us, youtube.com/SSJKuhan or twitch.tv/SpeakeasyPubQuiz. Wherever you're watching us, you can subscribe there and try to subscribe to the other one too to give us boost those numbers up as well. Because the internet algorithms like it when more people subscribe and follow.
Assuming Google is working.
That is true. Assuming Google is working. Time now for round number 4 answers.
Yeah, I got this one. Round number 4 is a rebus round called Mrs. America. Name the former U.S. First Ladies who we've represented in emoji form. Be careful, the emojis don't always mean the same thing. So for the first one, we have Dolly Madson or Dolly Madison. Number 2 is is Nancy Ray Gunn, and I don't know why Nime didn't just use the old Windows gun emoji.
It was harder. It's fine.
That's fine. Number 3 was Betty Ford, because it's a car. Number 4, Lady Bird Johnson.
Because it's parents and a son.
Or you could have just used the toilet. Anyway. 5, Jackie O, NASA's Kennedy. 6, Eleanor Roosevelt.
Eleanor Roosevelt. It's so stupid.
You should have. Did you not foresee me saying the rebus?
No, I did. I just hadn't said it out loud yet.
Are you ready for the next one?
No, yeah.
Michelle Obama.
Just nothing is stupider on here than Alien or Roosevelt, and I'm glad everyone got it because I would have felt like real upset if it was too hard. Alien or Roosevelt. It's so stupid. I almost for the Ford. I almost went with cop car because most of them are Fords, or they used to be. And I was weighing like, should I not? I don't know. And I just went with the regular car. There's no pickup truck emoji, unfortunately. So, all right, time now for round 5 answers. Round 5. I also, by the way, when I initially envisioned it, it was just a straight up regular rebus, and then I was like, oh, I'll just do emojis. That'll be easier, and it wasn't. Question number 1 for round 5. Former Dallas star Yirki Yokipaka was nicknamed Kevin for the name he gave when ordering at Starbucks. And I'm sure they got that wrong too. Question number 2. Former outfielder Rusty Kuntz is currently the first base coach for the Kansas City Royals, but between his playing and coaching days, Kuntz donned the trademark brown shorts of the United Parcel Service, UPS. Question number 3. In 1908, playing against the Cubs in a race for the National League pennant, Fred Merkle, the Giants, made a base-running blunder that has been immortalized in history as Merkle's boner. Merkle's boner. Boner used to mean mistake or error, and now it is what happens when I rub. Question number 4. NFL safety Haseen Clinton Dix. Nobody saw Joe's face just now when I made that joke. It was just for me. NFL safety Haseen Clinton Dix is better known by what jovial nickname? That nickname is Ha Ha Clinton Dix, which is just a solid name. And if you didn't get that, then you need to watch more Key and Peele. Watch more Key and Peele. And question number 5, NASCAR driver Dick Trickle was billed as the winningest short track driver in history, and many short tracks in his home state of Wisconsin have memorial races that run 99 laps, the highest number you can have. Question number 6. When the player formerly known as Ron Artest had legally changed his name to Meta World Peace was charged with assault is a real fact that was true due to the infamous malice at the Palace when Artest started a brawl with what team which now plays at Little Caesars Arena? That is the Detroit Pistons. And also, if you're going to fight me, Brandon, on trivia about anybody, don't do it about former Indiana Pacer Ron Artest. It happened with the malice at the Palace it was the Pacers. It's my team. Question number 7. 8-time Pro Bowl linebacker Dick Butkus has appeared on the NFL's 75th and 100th anniversary all-time teams, but never won a Super Bowl championship with what storied franchise, of which Bill Swirsky considers himself a superfan? That is the Chicago Bears. The Bears. Bill Swirsky's superfans, of course, the Bears sketch in question. That is it for round 5. Time now for the second to last round. Round number 6 is called The Morning Show. It is our video round. Pay attention to the instructions of the video. Clips will play twice for the second time through. They will most likely be shortened, although one of them is only shortened by like 2 seconds. So here we go. As always, just name the movie or TV show this week. So I'm name the movie or the TV show, starting with round number 6.
Stay classy, San Diego.
And thanks for stopping by.
But mainly, stay classy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Stay classy, I'm Ron Burgundy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Stay classy. Ron Burgundy. You're a real hooker, and I'm gonna slap you in public.
You have way too much pubic hair.
Actually, that's a point of pride. I'm very proud of my mane of pubic hair, so thank you.
Coming soon to Daybreak, one of the most legendary newsmen of all time. Soon, he'll be bringing his experience to morning television. Let Mike Pomeroy show you the world over your first cup of coffee.
What is it now?
It's embarrassing.
Morning television.
What's in the briefcase?
What do you mean?
Special Anchorman
This
papers,
isn't really
my
matter.
lunch, and where am I going?
We've been
I'm
over
running
this
to
8
nowhere.
times.
I look like a jackass.
No. Yes, you do.
I am here with Aldous Snow of Infant Sorrow. I understand that African Child was commercially disappointing.
Who knows the lyrics to African Child? Who knows the lyrics to...
Artistically fulfilling.
Yeah, but it was also critically disappointing.
Yes.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Do you know the lyrics to African Child?
I don't know the lyrics. I just pound the drum and do the African face.
Wake up, San Francisco. I'm Danny Tanner.
And I'm Vicki Larson. And today is my last day because Rebecca Donaldson is back from maternity leave. I'm gonna miss you, Danny.
Oh, Vicki. You know, I just forgot we're still on camera.
First off, let me just add another congratulations to Evan Baxter. It is good to see what someone with real talent can do when great opportunities are given to them instead of me. Anyway, I'm here with Katharine Hepburn's mom. Tell me, why did you throw the blue heart of the ocean jewel over the railing of the Titanic? Did you feel bad at all letting Leo DiCaprio drown while you were safe floating on the big door?
Good morning, New York. I'm Rob.
Hey! Whoa! Marshall, I just found Robin's earring on your dresser. Did you have something to do with the other one being in my bed?
What are you talking about?
You always hated Karen. You've been telling me to break up with her. You did it. You put the earring in my bed so that Karen would find it.
No, Ted, no, I would never...
Admit it!
There's nothing to admit,
Then why
Ted.
was Robin's earring on your dresser?
He was accessorizing.
What are you looking for, Phil? A date for the weekend?
No, I'm just interested in you. You know, what do you want? What do you like? What do you think about? What kind of men are you interested in? What do you do for fun?
Is this for real, Phil, or are you just trying to make me look like a fool?
I'm just trying to talk like normal people talk. Isn't this how they talk?
Close.
Okay, so talk to me. Let me buy you a cup of coffee.
You stay classy, San Diego.
And thanks for stopping by.
But mainly, stay classy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Stay classy. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Stay classy. Ron Burgundy. Huh, you're a real hooker.
Show you the world over your first cup of coffee.
What is it now?
It's embarrassing.
Morning television.
What's in the briefcase?
What do you mean?
Special anchorman
Sure,
papers,
this is really
my
matter.
lunch, and where am I going?
We've been
I'm
over
running
this
to
8
nowhere.
times.
I look like a jackass.
No. Yes, you do.
Artistically fulfilling.
Yeah, but it was also critically disappointing.
Yes.
Hey there.
What's up?
Do you know the lyrics to African Child?
I don't know the lyrics. I just pound the drum and do the African face.
Wake up, San Francisco. I'm Danny Tanner.
And I'm Vicki Larson. And today is my last day because Rebecca Donaldson is back from maternity leave. I'm gonna miss you, Danny.
Oh, Vicky. You know, I just forgot we're still on camera.
First off, let me just add another congratulations to Evan Baxter. Rather. It is good to see what someone with real talent can do when great opportunities are given to them instead of me. Anyway, I'm here with Katharine Hepburn's mom.
Good morning, New York. I'm Rob.
Hey, whoa! Marshall, I just found Robin's earring on your dresser. Did you have something to do with the other one being in my bed?
What are you looking for, Phil? A date for the weekend?
No, I'm just interested in you. You know, what do you want? What do you like? What do you think about? What kind of men are you interested in? What do you do for fun?
Is it stuck?
All right,
good?
you have 2 minutes to answer, and by 2 minutes to answer, I mean now you have 2 minutes to answer because I finally put the timer on the screen. So you got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Nope. Well, my hands disappeared too, so that's great. Pointing is hard, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everyone's in.
But then they'll get to hear a Good Morning Tucson.
This is true.
That all happened at video in live quiz a lot too. That I would have all the answer sheets in before video was done. Like, all right, well, it's going straight up then.
When I was coming up, I got the donuts, which means I got the donuts that I wanted. There was no young punk to steal my jelly glazed, and I am still sort of amazed that you can be born in the 90s. When I don't like what they talk about, I take the earpiece out, they just cue me through the window.
That's fine. It is time then for... No, they heard enough. They got a minute of it. It's fine. Time
No,
for...
that's fair.
Time for round 6 answers.
Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's 4-post bed. I know it's not mine, but I'll see if I can use it for the weekend or a one-night stand. Couldn't understand how to work it out. Once again, as predicted, left my broken heart open and you ripped it out. Something's got me reeling, stopped me from believing, turned me around again.
And that's the way
the cookie crumbles.
There it is. Sorry.
I heard your thing. I acknowledged it, and then my brain was like, "That was probably not important information. You guys are doing a bit." On the other hand, that is.
I was like, "Did you misunderstand me? Did that what happened just now?"
On the other hand, that is consistent with everything else we've done tonight.
I'm like, is he leaving me hanging on purpose right now? What's happening? Oh God. All right.
Amazing.
Well, that is
time for round 7.
For round 6 time
but
now
first.
for round 7. But first the standings check. We have 8 teams tonight. In 8th place, it is Flying Fox.
In 7th place, it is Diamond Club.
In 6th place, Grouptimus Prime.
In 5th, Vodka Flodka. Changed your name. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, we changed your name, Brandon. It's not Flodka. In 4th place, Minutemen, a Disney Channel original movie.
In 2nd place, there is a tie between Pocket Sand and Punk Ass Book Jockeys.
And in 1st place, it is still Notorious RBG. There's now a wider margin between first and last, but it's still very tight at the top. It is anybody's game, so it's all going to depend on round number 7, which is, as always, our random knowledge. Question number 1. Then hosts of The Daily Show and The Colbert Report, Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert hosted what joint rally in October 2010 on the National Mall in Washington, D.C.? Guests included The Roots, The Mythbusters, and R2-D2. Question number 1, once again. Then hosts of The Daily Show and The Colbert Report, Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert hosted what joint rally in October 2010 on the National Mall in Washington, D.C.? Guests included The Roots, The Mythbusters, and R2-D2. All I'm saying is I tripped up on Mythbusters, which isn't a real word. You tripped up on 18.
Correct. And Witch. I tripped up on Witch and 18, but not Vampira Toothus.
That is true. That is a true fact.
Players, tell us whether you'd like more of these outrageously punchy shows.
I'm having fun. This is great.
It's a good night.
Let 'em know
I like that you kept saying it's still a good night because it never stopped being a good night.
I know. No, it's just that's the Steve Harvey. When Steve Harvey misread the Miss World or Miss Universe.
Miss Universe, yeah.
Yeah, he said still. It's actually Miss Columbia. Still a great night though. Still a great night. They stopped doing it, but they did.
Question 2. Question 2 for 2-ish points. Which spin-off of Blackish stars Yara Shahidi as Zoe Johnson alongside her college classmates, including a Desi man played by a Filipino-Canadian? And for the second point, which other spin-off of Blackish is narrated by Tracy Ellis Ross and includes flash-forward scenes featuring Rashida Jones and Daveed Diggs? Question 2 is worth 2-ish points. For the first point, which spin-off of Blackish stars Yara Shahidi as Zoe Johnson, alongside her college classmates, including a Desi man played by a Filipino-Canadian? And which other spin-off of Blackish is narrated by Tracy Ellis Ross and includes flash-forward scenes featuring Rashida Jones and Daveed Diggs? I wrote this question too. What is wrong with me tonight?
I don't know what's going on. I was gonna say, one thing when we stumble on each other's questions, another thing when we stumble on our own questions. It's like, what are we doing? That's still a great pop.
Still a great pop quiz.
That's why these broke boys ain't getting into me. And when the stash low and it ain't no cash flow, shit, I go to work moving by the pole.
So what you're saying is we should write every quiz last minute on Wednesday night at 4 in the morning.
Did you hear that, AYD?
Get that work, make that work. 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 Stop. Red lights in the distance. You never been to that district they reference.
Question number 3, 2 British Crown points. Okay, we cannot possibly get it wrong this time. Sorry again about last week. Prior to Queen Elizabeth II, who were the last 2 monarchs of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? Once again, 2 British Crown points. We cannot possibly get it wrong this time. Prior to Queen Elizabeth II, who were the last 2 monarchs of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? As was pointed out to us, technically, Camilla will become Princess Regent, a new title created for her. Or Princess Consort, rather. And technically, Catherine is not officially a princess. She is still a duchess. Colloquially, though. Colloquially, she's a princess.
Get that work, make that work, work. Get that work, make that work, work. Get that work,
I guess that makes
make that
sense.
work, work.
Yeah, it's weird. It's fine. It's fine. It's weird. It didn't
This is what we
affect
get-
standings. It didn't affect standings last week. I should have tweeted the errata instead of just saying it this week. I meant to. Forgot to. It's fine. This one cannot be. We cannot get this one wrong. This is a past thing. This is history. All right.
This is what we get for constantly writing questions about the Commonwealth. Question 4. Sandra Oh once contacted the sound department of Killing Eve, asking them to remix the sound in a scene because her character would not wear what in the house? Question 4 again. Sandra Oh once contacted the sound department of Killing Eve, asking them to remix the sound in a scene because her character would not wear what in the house?
Hey girl, I got something real important to give you. So just sit down and listen.
Girl, you know we've been together such a long, long time. And now I'm ready to lay it on the line.
Wow, you know it's Christmas and my heart is open wide.
Open wide.
Gonna give you something so you know what's on my mind.
I was gonna say. So, you know, we'll come back to it when we do the next one. Question number 5.
Take a look inside.
3 SNL points. Aside from Chevy Chase, who isn't allowed anymore, what 3 SNL alums have returned to host the show at least 5 times? A cast member from 2000 to 06, B, from 95 to 02, and C, from 77 to 80. Once again, question number 5, 3 SNL points. Aside from Chevy Chase, what 3 SNL alums have returned to host the show at least 5 times? A cast member from 2000 to 06, B was one from 95 to 02, and C from 77 to 1980. I feel like on Lonely Island songs, I fluctuate on what I liked when I was young and what I like as an adult. I like Jack Sparrow a lot more as an adult than I did as a kid. And as a kid, I really like Dick in the Box, and I've gotten over it. But Dick in the Box is never out.
Correct.
Dick in the Box is fucking hysterical every single time.
I agree.
1.
Put a hole in a box.
2.
Put your junk in that box.
3.
Make her open the box. And that's the way you do it. It's my dick in a box. My dick
I'm
in
also
a
pretty
box,
certain, based on the way
It's my
that
dick
COVID
in a
is
box.
working, that at least one of these people will be together.
Because they have them on speed dial.
Dick in a box.
And because they live in New York.
Dick in a box.
Kwanzaa.
And because
dick
you
in a
have
box.
quarantine.
Every single holiday, dick in a box. Over at your parents' house, a dick in a box. Midday at the grocery store, a dick in a box. Backstage at the CMA's, a dick in a box.
Question 6. Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks is actually a reservoir created by impounding the Osage River. I'm assuming I said that right. And is less than
Osage.
60
It's Osage.
by impounding the Osage River and is less than 60 miles from what state capital? Let's try that again. Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks is actually a reservoir created by impounding the Osage River and is less than 60 miles from what state capital? And one more time for good measure, Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks is actually a reservoir created by impounding the Osage River and is less than 60 miles from what state capital? You get that because I can't pronounce the names of rivers.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Because I said it 3 times instead of 2.
Right. No, I got that. Osage is a reasonable reading of it.
Yes.
But also, August Osage County.
No idea who that is. Oops. Huh. How have I not heard of this movie? Margot Martindale's in this movie. McGregor? Wow. Okay.
Question number 7. 4 points on good places to live, 3 in Europe, and all in the Northern Hemisphere. What 4 countries were ranked best for quality of life by U.S. News in 2020? Forgot to include that part, but it is 2020. This is the most recent U.S. News survey of quality of life. So once again, 4 points on good places to live, 3 in Europe, and all in the Northern Hemisphere. What 4 countries were ranked best for quality of life by U.S. News in 2020? And with that, we're going to put all the questions on the screen, and we're going to give you 3 minutes to answer all the questions this time. 3 minutes just because.
The clock is right. Everything is great.
Actually, yeah, I prepped it while you were talking this time, which is what I should be doing every week.
If this is paradise, I wish I had a lawnmower. You got it.
I will tell you number 5 is in the Southern Hemisphere, so there's no, it's not giving anything away. Number 5 is
Years ago, I was an angry young man, and I'd pretend that I was a billboard standing tall by the side of the road. I fell in love with the beautiful highway. This used to be real estate, now it's only fields and trees. Where is the town now? It's nothing but flowers, the highways and cars. Sacrifice for agriculture.
spelled capital E-E-S, space, capital P-L-A-I-N-E-S. How would you pronounce that?
One more time.
Capital E-E-S, space, capital P-L-A-I-N-E-S.
This was a Pizza Hut. Now it's all covered
Vietnam?
with daisies.
Just plains.
You got it. I miss the honky tonk.
Sure.
That's how it goes here. It was funny because I grew up in Missouri, and there's a area called D-E-S-P-E-R-E-S, and we pronounce it there, because that's what it is. I mean, you know, not exactly, but close enough. But we would always call it Desperate as we go.
Don't you come to your senses?
All right, time is up. You have not submitted your round number 7 answers. Go ahead and submit those now. We are going to take a quick scoring break. We'll be back with round 7 answers and final scores.
In just a moment.
Chocolate chip cookies. You got it. We used to microwave. Now we just eat nuts and berries. You got it. This was a discount store. Now it's turned into a cornfield. You got it. Don't leave me stranded here. shake, shake, shake. Yeah, 'cause the players gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 hate. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. I shake it up, I shake it up. Heartbreakers gonna break, 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 break. And the fakers gonna fake, 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 fake. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. I shake it up, I shake it up. 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 Shake it up, I shake it up. I shake it up, I shake it up. You got to shake it up, I shake it up. I shake it up, I shake it up.
And we're back. We have returned.
Look,
Um,
if you had
nope, I didn't.
one
I didn't
shot
put music down before coming back.
to sit on your lazy
All right, we are all scored up, so it's time now for round 7 answers and final standings. Starting with round 7 answers. First up, question number 1. Then hosts of The Daily Show and The Colbert Report, Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert hosted what joint rally in October 2010 on the National Mall in Washington, D.C.? Guests included The Roots, The Mythbusters, and R2-D2. That is the rally to restore sanity and or fear.
Again, folks, if you'd like more of these punchy shows, let us know.
Anything close enough to Rally to Restore Sanity and or Fear is fine. It was initially the Rally to Restore Sanity and the March to Keep Fear Alive, and then they had to combine them. They said it was because of they couldn't get separate things, but it might just have been part of the bit. I don't know.
I mean, it had to have been part of the bit, right?
Well, I don't know. They might have actually because the idea initially was that they're going to have dueling rallies on opposite sides of the National Mall, and I think that was what wasn't allowed. But I don't know. Anyway.
Okay. Question 2. 2-ish points. Which spin-off of Blackish stars Yara Shahidi as Zoe Johnson alongside her college classmates, including a Desi man played by a Filipino-Canadian? That is Grownish. And which other spin-off of Blackish is narrated by Tracy Ellis Ross and features flash-forward scenes, including Rashida Jones and David Diggs? And that is Mixedish.
Question number 3. 2 British Crown points. We cannot possibly get it wrong this time. Prior to Queen Elizabeth II, who were the last 2 monarchs of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? They are King Edward VIII and George VI. We cannot accept just Edward and George. That is not enough information.
You need their regnal numbers.
Yeah.
It could be any King George. Question 4. Sandra Oh once contacted the sound department of Killing Eve, asking them to remix the sound in the scene because her character would not wear shoes in the house. Her character is of East Asian descent. She would not wear shoes in the house.
Wabaki. Question number 5. 3 SNL points. Aside from Chevy Chase, who's not allowed anymore, what 3 SNL alums have returned to host the show at least 5 times? Cast member from 2000 to 06, that is Elizabeth Stamatina Faye. From 95 to 02, that is William Ferrell. Is it William? It's probably William. And
probably.
Question, it says John William Ferrell, apparently.
Oh.
And
sure.
C from 77 to 80, that is William James Murray, Bill Murray.
Is this one William?
This one is William, yeah. Just FYI, what's his face? Alec Baldwin and Steve Martin were never SNL cast members. They have hosted a lot.
Correct. On the other hand, Robert Downey Jr. was.
That's correct.
Question 6. Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks is actually a reservoir created by some river and is less than 60 miles from Jefferson City.
Jeff City. And question number 7. 4 points on good places to live, 3 in Europe, and all in the Northern Hemisphere. What 4 countries were ranked best for quality of life by U.S. News? That is, from 1st to 4th, Canada, Denmark, Sweden, and Finland. You could have put them in any order. That's fine. But I just want to tell you first to fourth, Canada, Denmark, Sweden, and Finland. And fifth, as I said earlier, was Australia.
Australia. Day.
Going down to Cashies. That is it for round number 7 answers. So it's time now for our final standings.
Yep. In 8 teams tonight. And in 8th place, we had Flying Fox.
In 7th place, Diamond Club, the constantly penultimate team.
In which they were named the entire time, by the way. In 6th place, Grouptimus Prime.
In 5th place, Vodka Flodka Flame.
In 4th place, Minutemen, a Disney Channel original film. Movie. DCOM.
In 3rd place, Pocket Sand.
In 2nd place, Punk Ass Book Jockeys.
And in 1st place, it is Notorious RBG. Of course, Notorious RBG, you know how to get in contact with us. Let us know where you'd like to send that $10 that you have won this week. And thank you, everybody, for quizzing. We will see you. Please consider supporting us. Patreon.com/ Speakeasy Pub Quiz. PayPal.me/Speakeasy Pub Quiz. That's where you can give us some support. And in fact, if you are in the Twitch chat, you can hit the bang PayPal or bang Patreon commands, which is what Joe is going to do right now as I'm speaking. He is typing bang Patreon and then hitting return and then typing bang PayPal and then hitting return. And there it goes. Perfect timing. Literally as I said it. Bang blame young Joe. And that is it for this week's quiz. Real quick, we want to send some love and support to Brian Brushwood. He is an inspiration for us, an icon for us. A lot of what we did tonight is very much from the Night Attack and NSFW show school.
That was the real reason it was so punchy.
That's exactly what it was. That was the real reason. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing my
It was
Happy
all a
Pants shirt.
bit.
It was all a bit. It was entirely a bit from start to finish. This stream and the way it exists would not exist without what Brian does. Brian was diagnosed with COVID today. Well wishes and stuff on Twitter at Schwood, SHWOOD. His wife was also diagnosed. She's at Invisible Wife. So love and support to those guys. If prayer is a thing you do, then go ahead and keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. I know a lot of you guys are already fans. If you're not already fans, I would recommend, if you like tonight's stream, check it out, because there are a lot of what we do, but funnier and without the quiz. They do a game element though. But anyway, he's a great guy. One of the kindest people I know. So definitely love and support to Brian. That's it for this week's Speakeasy Pub Quiz. We'll see you guys again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Definitely on Twitch and probably also on YouTube. Who knows? See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
In fact, I don't normally come back at the end here, but that last cackle you hear at the end of every week's quiz is the Brian Brushwood cackle. So, bye guys. See you next week.